A blue eye is a true eye. Mysterious is a dark one, which flashes like a spark sun. A black eye is the best one. My eyes are grayish bluish green, but I'm told they look orange in the night. My hair is reddish blondish brown, but it's silver when it's wet, and all the colors I am inside have not been invented yet. Reading is dreaming with open eyes. Making love in the green grass behind the stadium with you, my brown-eyed girl. There are brown eyes in the world, after all, as well as blue, and one pair of brown that meant heaven to me as the blue had never done. In the duet, Anubis looked as he always had, with his tousled dark hair and lovely brown eyes, but I'd never seen him filled with such rage. I realized that anyone who dared to hurt me would suffer his full wrath, and Walt wasn't going to hold him back. Whenever he looks at me with those big brown eyes, I feel like giving him a nut, she said. She even started calling the squirrels running around in the park Mr. Whitmans. And there I was, pretty as heck, brown eyes, a few freckles, fashion challenged, and a bad attitude. Staring into the mirror, I was surprised to see a haunted look in my brown eyes. You're nice to me because you think I'm pretty, and because you have brown eyes. I'm a sucker for big old brown eyes. After a quick and hopefully stealthy check Big Show, I wasn't. I found myself wonder what color his eyes were. Brown maybe, or even hazel. Either way, wow, just wow. Dear. Headlights? Hi Molly. I looked from the little brown stone to the tiny brown freckle to her huge brown eyes. I picture my epitaph. Here lies Paul Newman, who died a failure because his eyes turned brown. I would be curious about one of those Jane Austen women, you know, long-suffering, dutiful, but all right in the end, a plump 19th century type. 5'4", wrinkles, brown eyes, long fingers. My keeper is watching me. He never lets me out of his sight. There's a peephole in the door, and my keeper's eye is the shade of brown that can never see through a blue-eyed type like me. Mild brown eyes beckon me to the past, but memory provides no clue. What colors are the eyes of Anubis? Brown. Duh. I'm not prepared for Rue's family. Her parents, whose faces are still fresh with sorrow. Her 5 younger siblings, who resemble her so closely. The slight builds, the luminous brown eyes. They form a flock of small dark birds. So there you have it, the extent of my charms. Brown hair and eyes like Hunt bar-fed chocolate. I'm a lucky girl. I like girls that are down-to-earth, intelligent, and don't try to be anything that they are not. One thing that I fall for all the time is girls with blue eyes and brown hair. There's something about that combination that I find really sexy. It's all in the eyes, and the personality, but that's obvious. My mother's eyes were large and brown, like my son's, but unlike Sam's, they were always frantic, like a hummingbird who can't quite find the flower but keeps jabbing around. And all my days are trances, and all my nightly dreams are where thy dark eye glances, and where thy footstep gleams, and what ethereal dances, by what eternal streams. In the misty morning fog, with our hearts a-thumping, and you, my brown-eyed girl. In your brown eyes, walked away in your brown eyes, couldn't stay. Dark and haunting, yet warm and welcoming. Those brown eyes are a quandary, to be sure. Seek shelter in my dark brown eyes of night. Stay and rest your weary soul there. Their dark brown eyes said, I'm yours. My heart said, I'm done for. Whatever lies behind those beautiful brown eyes is one mystery I'll spend my life solving. Lie to me with those brown eyes, and I'll still believe whatever you say.